And we are live. Hello, everyone. This hour on Verbling, the next in my Hot Topics series. In Hot Topics, we look at items in the news, hot topics coming up in the news, and we try to get behind the headlines while practicing English and learning new vocabulary and understand them from our own perspectives. So you bring your cultural understanding to the news and we discuss it as a group, and hopefully we can come up with something new, different, and interesting than the headlines tell us. This hot topic is about India and specifically the Prime Minister Modi. The title is Changing India Through the World of Yoga, but it's about a lot more than that. Police, pupils, and civil servants get lessons on ancient techniques ahead of a mass yoga gathering in Delhi. Why is this happening? You'll find out all about it in today's class, and you'll learn lots of great vocabulary and take part in a little discussion. All that and more coming up. Let me just get my name on the board, and we will get started. And there we go. My name's John Eric. I'm your Verbling teacher for this hour. I'm an American teacher from New York, coming at you today from Lisbon, Portugal, to bring you this class. By the way, click on the link in the chat window. It'll take you to my profile page. Click follow, and you'll see all my upcoming classes now and in the future. And of course, you can schedule a private tutoring session or package with me. I'll work with you on a personalized learning plan to get you to your goals. All that and more. All that and more. What am I trying to say? That's a bit about me. Let's get to the class itself. Here is the, let me see if I can get this on screen for you. Here is the article. And here is the link if you want to open it up in your browser. Okay? Let me just make sure that everyone's microphone is working. Then we will get started. So first person I see is Mr. Semen. Good morning, Mr. Semen. How are you?
Good morning.
Nice to see you. Excellent.
Thank
Great.
you.
And Ms. V, how are you?
Hello, John. I'm good. I like your picture. It's very detailed.
The picture.
Yeah, the man. Very detailed.
He's doing yoga, I think.
Yes, I guess so.
I think so. Or he's surfing, I'm not sure.
But his posture is really weird. I didn't know that gesture in yoga.
He's doing the I don't know what gesture this is. He's doing the Modi gesture, maybe. I don't know. It's new. It's a new kind of yoga.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is out there. Mr. Raphael, how are you today?
I'm pretty fine. Thanks for asking.
Okay, very good. Your connection sounds good, but your volume is a little bit low. Okay, so it's a little hard to hear you, but your connection sounds good. Who else is out there? Pepe. Hello, Pepe. How are you?
Hello. How are you? Thank you.
Very good. It's a little bit hard to hear you, Pepe. Your volume is a little bit low. Okay, so either get closer to the microphone or turn it up just a little bit. Okay? And where are you from, Pepe?
I'm from Italy.
From where in Italy?
Yes.
In the south, in the north, in the middle?
South. Sicily.
From Sicily. Fantastic. Excellent. Nice to have you. Let's see who else is out there. Mr. Jorgen, welcome back,
Yes.
Jorgen. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yep. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thanks. How are you?
Very good. Excellent. And Mr. Alberto, welcome back as well. How are you, Alberto?
I'm good.
Excellent.
Good morning, teacher. How are you in Portugal?
Very good in Portugal. Very good. Let's see. We got Jose. Hello, Jose.
Hello.
Are you awesome?
Yes, I
Very
am
good.
awesome.
Awesome to hear that.
Yes, nice to see you.
Ms. Klosova, how are you? How are you, Lena? Hello, Lena. Hello, hello.
Hello. I'm doing well.
Thank you
Okay.
for asking.
Excellent. Okay, and just one person out there who has a different picture. Kaku. Hello, Kaku. How are you?
Hello, teacher. Nice to meet you.
How are you? So, have you been in the class before? Because I don't recognize your picture. Have you been here before?
I think it's my first class with you, teacher.
Right, but I recognize your name, so I think I know you, but I don't recognize your picture. How long have you been on Verbling? For a while, right?
Yeah, I have been studying on Verbling for months. I have already changed message with you.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, but I don't recognize your picture, that's why. Because you had a different picture before. Okay, very good. So, let's find out a little bit about what's happening in India, shall we? Let's get started. And there's some vocabulary I want you to... Oh, look, there's another one. There's the alternative picture, if you like that one better. Okay, that's not what I want to show you. First question. Are you a morning person? Raise your hand if you're a morning person. Who's raising their hands? Jürgen, I bet you're a morning person. Am I right?
I raised my hand, but I don't know how.
Jürgen,
But
what time?
I am a morning person. I am.
I knew you were a morning person. I knew it.
A
How do
morning
you
person is a person that wake up early, no?
wakes up early and enjoys it?
Okay.
Not
Is
me.
this person early bird?
An early bird, yeah, could be. An early bird. An early bird is someone who seizes opportunities. The person who is there before anybody else. But an early bird is someone who wakes up early too. So Jürgen, you're an early bird. What do you do to start your day?
Oh, sometimes I start reading in a book, but mostly I start by checking my email and my Facebook and perhaps
So you-
Verbling.
So you
That's
jump
fine.
right on social media.
Yes, I turn on my computer at the morning, and then after half an hour I perhaps start reading something. But I also have, of course, breakfast and coffee.
Yeah. I need coffee. That's me. I won't awake. I won't. I can't wake up until I have at least one coffee, and it's got to be espresso, not that American stuff. I need something strong. That's me.
Yes.
Lena, what about you? What do you do to start your day?
I like to run in the morning, to
Really?
have, yoga classes, yes, for 30 minutes, and to swim in the river in summer. Now,
Oh my
I like
goodness.
to get up early and to have some exercises before my work, before my job day.
You're a hardcore morning person. Hardcore.
Maybe because I'm early bird, it's simple for me to wake up in the early and to do something. Sometimes I have English classes at 6 o'clock
Wow.
in the morning.
Wow.
Yes, it's more simple for me than to do this in the evening.
You know, that's actually a really good idea, to be honest with you. That's a good idea. There's research that shows that you learn in the morning and you don't necessarily learn at night. You're much more receptive to information because after you've slept, even if you slept a short period of time, your brain can handle stress, any kind of stress, much better. By the time it gets to evening, no matter how, you just don't have the ability to absorb and categorize information. So actually that's a really good idea. Maybe I'll do that. I'll wake up and do language learning because I don't know what to do with myself. I can't wake up in the mornings. I have to teach at 7 in the morning. I'm a mess. Now it's 10 o'clock. I'm okay.
It is a good idea.
I'm saying, I think being a student, maybe I should try that. Okay. So I need you to teach some classes, Lena, and I'll be your student at 6 in the morning. I think it's a good idea. Because for 6 in the morning for me, it'll be something like 6, 7, 8, 9. It'll be like 10 in the morning for you. So maybe I'll learn your language. Can you teach me a language?
At 10 o'clock in my country, it's a pity, but I'm working in this time.
Oh, well.
Yes.
I'll have to find someone else. Okay. And what about you, Pepe? What do you do in Sicily to wake up in the morning? Do you do yoga like Lena? Pepe?
No.
No, what do you do? What do you
I
do?
don't like yoga.
No?
No.
I thought that was a tradition in Sicily, the Sicilian yoga. Is that not a tradition?
No.
No, okay.
In Sicily, we have the sea and go to the swimming in the morning.
There you go. Hey, that's a good idea. In fact, there's a picture of you swimming. Look at that.
These pictures, no, in Sicily, but in Malta.
Oh, in Malta. Ah, okay. There you go. But that's interesting. So you can wake up and go swimming in the sea right away. That's great. I guess I could do that here in Portugal too, but the water's pretty cold. We don't have the Mediterranean over here. Does anyone do yoga besides Lena? Anyone else? Just out of curiosity? Does anyone do anything? Yeah, what do you do, V?
Yeah, I do yoga and I take exercise at the gym.
Oh yeah? So you work out. The word is I work out. If you go to a gym, work out. By the way, you'll see in the chat window, everyone, when I correct you or give you suggestions, I'll try to label what it is. Here it's a word, hardcore, word, workout. And if there's any questions, just ask and I'll try to give you a sentence to help you understand it.
So what does hardcore mean?
Hardcore means that you are super dedicated. You go beyond what most people do. You're intense. Hardcore. So if you wake up and you go for a swim, okay, that's nice. If you wake up and you swim 12 miles, you're hardcore. If you wake up and you do a military workout instead of a normal workout, you're hardcore.
I go for a swim as well, but I'm just a learner. I'm learning swimming.
Yeah?
Yeah, in the afternoon. I'm learning swimming in the afternoon, and I work out in the morning.
Okay, very good though. That's excellent.
So am I hardcore?
Not yet, but you can work your way up to being hardcore. You're not there yet. Almost. Almost.
Yeah,
Depends on. Being hardcore is not necessarily a good thing. You have to have balance too.
So that's why people have the sentence too much of a good thing.
Too much of a good thing might not be so good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, well listen, let's talk a little bit about yoga, and there's some, it's not just about exercise here, there's something political going on. It's not really mentioned in the article directly, but I think we can read between the lines and see what we think about it. You've got some vocabulary here, and I want you to pay attention to this vocabulary while you read. For now, I want you to understand the pronunciation, and if you know the word, I want you to give us an example. If you're not sure, then don't worry about it. We'll pick it up as we read. Okay? So first of all, everyone, give me a second here. The first word is a little difficult. Let me put the IPA symbols there for you. 1 second. Take a look in the chat window on the first word because it's a bit tricky. So you've got, there we go. Take a look at the chat window. Okay, it's spelled ascetic, but it's pronounced ascetic. Ascetic. So That's the difficult one. The rest of these are a little easier. Anyway, just repeat after me. Get these words in your head, and maybe I'll call in one or two of you just to give an example if you know what the word means. So the first word is ascetic. Repeat after me. Ascetic. Repeat means that you have to repeat. Ascetic.
Ascetic.
Good.
Ascetic.
Good. Excellent.
Ascetic.
Excellent. You can do it at the same time. I can probably hear, if I hear something wrong, I'll stop you. Okay, so the first word is ascetic. The second word is civil servants. Civil servants. Repeat. Civil servants.
Civil
servants.
Civil servants.
Okay,
Civil servants.
very good. Careful with the L. Civil. Civil servants.
Civil.
Good.
Civil.
Civil.
Third word is compulsory. Compulsory.
Compulsory.
Compulsory.
Very good.
Compulsory.
Sounds good. Okay. Fourth word is landslide. Landslide.
Landslide.
Okay. Sounds good, everyone. The next word, 6, is meditate. Meditate.
Meditate. Meditate.
Meditate.
Meditate.
Very
Meditate.
good. Just be careful because it's not medi, but med. Not meditate, but meditate.
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 Good. Good. The last word is out of shape. Out of shape.
Out of shape.
Out of shape.
Out of
Out
shape.
of shape.
Out of shape. Out of shape.
Okay.
Out of shape.
Class, are there any words in that list that you have never heard in your life?
Landslide.
Landslide. Excellent. So landslide, let's start with that. If there is a landslide victory, the population would vote, let's say, 80% in favor of a candidate. That would be a landslide. A landslide means that the earth from a mountain falls down because of rain or something, falls down and covers the village. It's a landslide. In other words, it's a momentum that you cannot stop. Okay? Would you say that Barack Obama's election in 2008 was a landslide? What do you think?
Yes.
It was. Yeah, it was. He had a landslide election because he appealed to young voters. He had a different kind of message. It was a landslide. In fact, I think in 2008 and in 2012 as well, if I remember right, 2012 was pretty much a landslide too. If I remember right. I don't remember the percentage. What about ascetic? Ascetic. Does anyone know that? What does it mean?
I think it's the life of a monk, for example.
The life
of,
and Lena, what were you saying?
Life of monk. The way of life of monks.
Uh-huh.
That's
good.
Ascetic, it is then people don't need in maybe special conditions in their life, special maybe don't need a lot of money. They can sleep on the floor without bed. Ascetic people.
That's right. We also have another way to say that. We call it monastic. This is a fancier way of saying ascetic. What it means is what Coco said, right? Like a monk. Like a monk. You hide, and like Lena said, you deny special things. You live with the basics, just like a monk who lives just praying and thinking about God or whatever monks do. I don't know, I'm not a monk. But you don't have luxury around you. Okay? All right, there's another set of words here, but these are a little different. I think the first two are really easy for everyone, but the third one might be, you might know it but not be so sure about it. The fourth one could be difficult, and the third. I'm just going to focus on 1, 2, the third, the fourth, and this group here. I think the rest are not so difficult. So the first word is guru.
Guru. Guru.
Guru, right?
The meaning is a personal spiritual teacher, no?
A spiritual teacher.
Yes.
Guru is often used pejoratively. Being called a guru is not necessarily a good thing, because it could mean that you are a false spiritual teacher. It could mean a spiritual teacher, or it could be like a way of making fun of you because you're trying to make a profit. Or they say guru in quotes, like you're not the real thing. So you have to be careful how it's being used in the text. You have to see if they mean it literally, an Indian spiritual teacher, or if it's someone who's pretending to be. So you can use it in both senses. The next word is holistic. 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 Does that word mean anything to you?
Is that related to holy?
To holy. Interesting. It does look like the word holy, but I would relate it more to the word whole, like entire. I would relate it more to that.
It's a view of man that encompasses both body, spirit, and soul.
Okay,
All
yeah.
three parts of man.
Right, there you go. So holistic is somehow a wider, bigger, broader point of view, not just a material point of view. And it could be about anything. You could have a holistic point of view about anything. Okay, so I think that's a good definition, Jorgen. Yeah. So a spiritual dimension as it was physical, or any kind of broader point of view. Is it related to the word holy? I don't really think so. I think it's more related to whole as in W-H-O-L-E, like entire. I say that because if you think about something like holistic medicine, right? It doesn't mean that it's spiritual medicine. It means that they want to look at medicine outside of the pharmaceutical companies, right? Whether or not we agree that it's medicine because it's labeled as food. Holistic medicines are labeled as food in the United States, not medicine. But the idea is that somehow we shouldn't limit ourselves to just pharmaceutical medicine. Okay, and the last word is ruling. Ruling. And this one you might know from, like, the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court handed down a ruling that same-sex marriage was legal throughout the United States. The ruling changed the laws of the land. Okay? Can you think of any other rulings recently in Europe, in America, that were made the news? I'm thinking about the Marriage Equality Act. So that was ruled on the state.
Exercising control or authority.
Uh-huh.
The ruling of the government.
Not so much the government per se, but more like a judge, more like a court.
Okay.
So it's a decision. It's a specific decision that decides whether something is legal or not. So the Supreme Court ruled on marriage equality recently, that you could be married whether you are heterosexual or homosexual. Before that, it wasn't clear whether it was legal or not. Now it's legal, right? So that's an example of a ruling. Okay, let's read, and we're going to see these words in context, and if there's any questions, just ask. Let's read. I want you to pay particular attention because I think that there is a political message here. It's not just about exercise. And I want you to tell me what you think about that political message, if you can pick it up, and what you think about it at the end. So let's start in the order that I see you. I see Mr. Semen first. Can you take the title and the paragraph 1 for us, Semen? Are you there, Semen? Because I don't hear you. Uh-oh, I don't hear Semen. Uh-oh. Semen, maybe your microphone is not working. I'll tell you what, we'll come back to you. If you need to, leave and come back, because right now I can't hear you, okay? V, why don't you take the title and the first paragraph for us?
Yes. Modi's plan to change India and the world through yoga angers religious minorities. Every morning, before the temperatures in India's capital start to rise, a handful of old friends gather on the dry grass not far from the India Gate monument at the center of Delhi. They stretch, breathe, and meditate.
Who are these old friends, do you think, V? Who are they going to be? Anybody?
Yes.
Anybody? They're in the
Those
capital.
friends. Those friends. Let me see. Those friends. They've known each other for a long time.
I wonder who they're going to be. Let's find out. I have a feeling that they're important. Mr. Raphael, can you take 2 and 3 for us? They're kind of short.
For sure. It is the only healthy way to start the day. That's better than an egg or a sandwich or a cup of tea, said Arvind Singh.
I think it's spelled funny, but I think it's Singh. Singh.
Arvind Singh. At 6:15 a.m. As he did his breathing exercise on a bench. Singh, a 42-year-old salesman, and his friend are not alone. All across India, in the overcrowded cities, on whatever green space is left, you can see similar scenes.
Right. So what are the scenes?
Scenes.
So Raphael, what are they doing at 6:15 in the morning? What are they doing out there?
They are changing their mind, trying to changing
their mind, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Tell me
because
more.
they are trying to save the normal breakfast for an exercise breakfast and yoga breakfast. They are trying to eat, breathe, and enjoy with the spirit of the yoga, I think.
I think you're right. So, are these people important? Well, it seems like they represent a certain kind of person. But you're absolutely right. They're out there doing yoga. Now we have to find out why they're doing yoga. Let's find out why. So, Mr. Pepe, can you take paragraph 4 for us, please?
Yes. On 21 June, the new International Day of Yoga, Narendra Modi, India's Prime Minister, hopes the world will join in. On the grass near India Gate, up to 45
Thousand.
zero.
No zero, just 45,000. 45,000.
1,000 people will take part in a 35-minute class. They hope it will be the biggest yoga session ever.
Okay, good. Pronunciation.
Yes.
Yoga session.
Yoga session.
Very good. 45,000.
45,000.
Good. And one more. On the 21st June, or the 21st of June. Not 21, 21st.
24th June.
That's right. So it's written 21, but it's always pronounced as an ordinal number, not a prime number, not a cardinal number, but an ordinal number, 21st. Like, what's today's date, Pepe? What's today?
Sorry?
What's the date today? It's dia 8 julio. What's it in English?
The date today?
The day today, yeah, in English. What's today's date?
8th.
Yeah, well, like this, 8th, 8th.
8th.
That's it.
8th July.
8th of. Oh, I said Julio. I'm sorry. I'm getting confused because I'm looking at the text. Yes, July. I'm sorry, July. Yes, that's it. 8th July. I was looking at 21 June and I forgot what month it was. Okay, very good. So the reason they're out there doing yoga is because in India this was declared the International Day of Yoga. I wonder if this was Modi's idea or if this is really an International Day of Yoga. I don't know. I know that Modi was pushing this idea, so we're going to find out a little bit more about it. Ms. Lena, can you take number 5? And I think it's going to be 5 and 6 because this is really short.
Okay. The participants will include 44-year or 64-year-old Modi, most of his government, and they hope a range of celebrities.
Keep going.
Encouraging Indians and others to stretch has become a focus for Modi, who led his Bharatiya Janata Party to a landslide election victory in 2014.
2014, yeah, that's right. Okay. Yep.
In May 2015, schools were told to make sure students attended yoga events at the same time as the big demonstration in Delphi, even though it is on a Sunday.
What does that mean exactly? Schools were told to make sure students attended yoga events at the same time as the big demonstrations in Delhi. Does that sound... Do you think that that was something normal, or do you think that was something unusual?
Maybe it is unusual, but I know that in different countries in the world have the same idea to
what?
To create big demonstration with yoga, maybe with some training. There are a lot of trainers. There are a lot of people who like some sport. Stay in one place and do some exercises.
Okay, but it seems like this is something kind of new because they're being told to do it. That's my impression. I don't know for sure. I've read the article, but I don't know the reality in India. But it seems like this is something a little different than before. Seems that way. Let's see if we can get to the bottom of this. Mr. Who is it? Mr. Jose, can you take number 7 for us?
Number 7, okay. India's police officers are well known for being out of shape. So, the government has said they want to introduce compulsory yoga for them. They have said, too, that daily yoga lessons will be offered free to 3 million civil servants and their families. Air India, the national airline, has also said it will introduce yoga for trained pilots.
For trainee pilots.
For trainee pilots.
Right. Okay. And what is a civil servant? That's a word we saw earlier. What is a civil servant?
Civil servant.
Do you know what that means?
Civil servant, the meaning is civil servant. Yes, the people who works for a public service.
Yeah, like for. That's right.
Like the government.
Yeah. In Spanish, maybe it's funcionario público or something like that, right?
Yes. The people who work for the government.
Right. So in America.
Can I add the information?
Yes. Go for it.
The people who get money from the government as a payment, as a salary from the government, they are government servants.
Civil servants.
Oh, civil servants, yes.
Right.
Yes.
So the people in Air India are civil servants because it's a national, if it's a nationalized airline, I think it is, they would be civil servants. The people at the post office would be civil servants. The people at the Social Security office, unless these things are privatized, they would all be paid for with taxpayer money. They are civil servants.
The people who work in the public school.
And people who work in the public school are are not civil servants in Spain because
yes, in Spain, yes.
Not what I heard. I heard that you don't have contracts necessarily. If you have a contract and you're not temporary, then yep, you are. If you're temporary, you're not really, because you wouldn't have the full rights.
Yes. And
here, I don't know about Spain, but here in Portugal, there's people that are hired as freelancers. So they don't even have a contract.
In Spain, when you pass an opposition in the public school, you get the job for all the life.
Yeah, okay, but a lot of people are temporary, right?
Yes, it's clear.
So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if they'd really be considered civil servants. They're getting paid by the government, I guess, but at the same time they're temporary. So, but yeah, if you have that lifetime contract, then that's it. That's you. Okay, Mr. Jorgen, can you take number 8 and probably, let's see how long it is. Number 8 and 9, please.
Yes, can you scroll up a little bit? I can't see it.
Unfortunately, I can't. I can't scroll up or down. But the link, one second. One moment. Link is here. Can you see it?
Yes. Yes, number 8. And,
that's right.
Yep. Modi, an ascetic who is a vegetarian and an enthusiastic yoga practitioner, suggested an International Yoga Day when he was speaking to the United Nations on a visit to New York in 2014. Modi said yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. He said that it encourages unity of mind and body, thought and action, harmony between man and nature, and a holistic approach to health and well-being. He added, it is not about exercise, but discovering the sense of oneness with yourself, the world and nature.
Interesting. So, Jorgen,
yes.
If what Mr. Modi says is true, then what does that have to do with India's fat police? It seems like they're trying to say that the police are famous for being out of shape, so that means that they're overweight, according to the article. So, is there a contradiction there, Jorgen? It seems like Modi's saying something different.
Well, he has this more holistic approach, perhaps. He speaks about oneness with yourself and the world and nature. He has a more spiritual view of yoga, I believe, than is presented by the other ones.
Right. So, but it was his idea to have this International Yoga Day, which is what I thought. Earlier, they're talking about International Yoga Day. So it sounds like it was his proposal at the UN. So I just wonder if there's a kind of contradiction, because he's talking about it in this holistic approach, but the article is talking about getting police officers in shape. I wonder if there's a contradiction there. I don't know. It's something that occurs to me when I read.
Well, perhaps oneness with yourself also means that you take more care of your body and think about how you eat and exercise, and maybe you get a more harmonic lifestyle if you connect with the world and nature also. So perhaps things, they connect with each other. It's not just about your body and being fat, it's also about how you see yourself, what values you have, and what makes you tick in life.
Right. I would hope so, I think that's what he's suggesting. I wonder if it's true, but I hope so. By the way, not harmonic lifestyle, but maybe, I don't know, harmonized or life in harmony, because harmonic sounds like music. Do you see what I'm saying?
Harmonious lifestyle, can you say that?
Harmonious. You can definitely say harmonious, but I don't know if you'd say harmonious lifestyle, because we need to be harmonious, but harmonized. We say harmonized? It's a good question. I'm not sure how we would use it, actually. A more harmonious lifestyle. Harmonized lifestyle. You know what? It's a good question. I'm not sure what sounds better to me, but harmonious lifestyle. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's okay. Harmonious lifestyle. Yeah, maybe that's okay. I'll put that in the chat window. I guess it's because of the word lifestyle. I'm not quite sure. But not harmonic. Harmonic is about music. Like I play the harmonica. Okay, so a more harmonious lifestyle. I think that sounds pretty good. Okay, Mr. Kaku, can you take number 10 for us, please? Kaku, are you out there?
Yes, teacher.
Go for it, number 10. See where we are?
Okay, teacher. Yoga is between 3,000 and 6,000 years old. It came from somewhere on the Indian subcontinent, possibly from among religious ascetics. Its meditative practices, as well as its physical exercises, have long been associated with local religious traditions, including Buddhism and Jainism, as well as Hinduism, which is practiced by 80% of Indians.
What religion do you think Mr. Modi is, Kako?
I suppose he's a Hinduist, teacher.
Not Hinduist, but a Hindu. A Hindu.
Hindu.
Right.
Yeah.
Probably yes, because it's 80% of the population is Hindu. Probably yes. And probably yes because he is controversial. Before he was elected, there was a lot of controversy about what would happen when he became the head of state, because of the tensions between Hinduism and the other cultures and religions. So I would assume that that's part of the problem. So here we get a little bit of background about what yoga is about, how old it is, and that there is such a connection to religion with it. So it kind of goes against our Western idea where yoga is like exercise. You know, you see yoga classes. So it really has this long tradition, and we get a little glimpse of that here. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, we've got a few more, and then we're going to open this up to discussion. So Mr. Alberto, can you take 11 for us?
Okay. Moody has been criticized before for creating a view of Indian culture that has little place of other traditions. One person called the event on 21st June a mix of cultural nationalism and commercialization.
Wow, commercialization. What do you think the criticism is about exactly? It's about commercialization. What do you think the criticism is about?
No, I think Modi, he wants to expand yoga like a spiritual or holistic activity to the other people, to many citizens of India.
Well, not just India, because he wanted an international yoga day. So he wants to spread it beyond India.
Okay.
Right? But yes, it's definitely a national day as well. But
Okay.
this word commercialization. So what is that? One person called the event of the 21st a mix of cultural nationalism and commercialization. Can you put that into simple English for us? What is the criticism about? In simple terms. What do you think?
Maybe when someone has another opinion about something, and he try to change another opinion of another people, to criticize another opinion.
Okay. But could you be more specific? I see what you mean, but we have this person criticizing basically Modi's plan, it seems like. I'm just curious because I don't want us to get stuck with big words. Like, what does cultural nationalism mean? What does commercialization mean? They're big words, but we can understand the criticism in a simple way too. What is this guy saying that he's not happy about? In simple terms, class, what do you think? Let's try to go for it. Yeah, go for it.
I think people accused him to intend earn political gains,
right?
Political benefits on this subject, making yoga commercial stuff,
right?
And not using it, not using it for religious objectives.
Exactly. Bingo. That's it. That's exactly right. They're accusing him of selling the culture, not trying to. He's saying it's this spiritual thing, but they're claiming that he's just selling the culture for his own motive, whatever it is, whatever's behind it, we don't know. Cultural nationalism, because maybe he feels very strongly about his cultural beliefs. But India is a pluralistic society. There's many cultures there, not just his. You got it. That's exactly right. By the way, just a quick correction. You said accused him to, but you have to say accuse someone of. Accuse someone of a crime. It's always with of. Okay?
Okay, teacher. Thank you.
All right, very good. Okay, so let's keep that in mind because it says one person called the event. It's not just one person. So this is the criticism that he's facing. And it's up to us to decide whether it's a good criticism or whether it's unfair. Maybe we don't agree. Maybe we think he's got a legitimate reason or right to promote these ideas. Let's find out a little bit more and then we'll talk about it. So back to you, Semen. Is your microphone working? Mr. Semen? Hello, Semen? No, it's not working. Oh, no. Oh, well. All right, next time. So back to you, V, for number 12, please.
Yes. Others, however, talk about a recent U.S. court ruling that said yoga was not always linked to religion. A court in California ruled that the practice of yoga may be religious in some contexts, but yoga classes as taught in the San Diego district are not religious, mystical, or spiritual. This ruling came after two Greek Christian parents said they believed that yoga in schools was a Hindu exercise.
Right. So you had Orthodox Christians in the United States trying to ban yoga because it was not a Christian practice. And the court ruled that it's a secular practice, or it can be a secular practice. Therefore, they can't ban it, right? Plus, why would they want to ban it in the first place if America is not only a Christian country? So that's another issue, too. What was the question, Alberto? Sorry? The word taught?
Yeah, yeah, but
Teach.
Go ahead, Alberto.
yeah, what does mean taught in this sentence, but yoga classes as taught in the San Diego district?
The key here is the word as. As means la manera, the way.
Ah,
So-
okay.
So the way the education was done, right?
Okay.
So in other words, those classes, the way those classes are taught by teachers was not religious in nature. The way. So as is the way. I think that's the confusing thing here. Okay, we're back to Mr. Raphael for number 13 and 14 because these are short. Go for it, Raphael.
14.
13 and 14.
Yeah. Amish Tripathi, the author of best-selling novels, said 4,000 years ago in India that retell stories from Hindu mythology, said character in his books practice yoga. In ancient India, yoga was part of daily life, both the physical and the mental aspect. Every culture has gift something to the world, and this is our gift, Tripathi said.
Okay. Yoga is the gift to the world. What is Spain's gift to the world, Raphael?
Many things. I can't remember how many. The first of all, the discovery of America 5,000 years, 500 years ago, when nobody knows what's happening in America, and we went there only with a few brave soldiers trying to get India too. All the soldiers, I think, they was doing a lot of yoga trying to get America.
Well, they didn't get to India. They thought they did. So
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say that tapas was the gift to the world. So not tapas.
Tapas too.
Tapas
No,
too.
yeah, and also other things, very interesting things.
All right.
But I can't remember right now.
So the discoveries and tapas. Okay, very good. Mr. Pepe, could you do the last paragraph for us? Oh, the siesta too. Yeah, I forgot about that. Mr. Pepe, can you do number 15?
Okay. Sanal Singh, a guru in South Delhi, agreed that yoga did not belong to any religion. Is Tai Chi just Chinese?
Tai Chi. Tai Chi, the martial art. Tai Chi.
Tai Chi. Is football just English? It is the same with yoga. Yoga is for everybody. It is a key way to stay healthy.
Very good. So Pepe, Sunil Singh has an opinion. Oh, let me ask you a question first. Is the word guru here, does it mean spiritual leader, or is it being ironic here? Because remember I said guru could be a real spiritual teacher, or it could be used to say that someone is a fake spiritual teacher. So here, is it real or is it ironic? What do you think? The word guru in this sentence.
I think it's ironic.
Why? Why do you think it's ironic? Is Sunil Singh, is he Indian? Is he from India?
No, maybe he's a real guru in India.
Yeah, he's a real guru. Yeah, he's in Delhi, And we get the idea that he is an expert in religion, right? Because he's a guru. So, yeah, he's the real thing. It's not being ironic at all. If I said that Stephen Jobs was the guru of the 21st century computing and I don't know what, then I might be ironic, because Stephen Jobs was not really a guru. We call him that, meaning that he knows a lot or he knew a lot, right? Okay, look, everyone, I want to get your opinion before we run out of time here.
Okay.
And so I just want to open this up for discussion. Specifically, let me jump ahead here. Specifically, what was it? Yeah, this never mind these questions. Doesn't matter. I was going to ask you something here, but that doesn't matter. Let's just talk.
Teacher.
What do you think? Yeah, what do you think?
Yes. I know some people in Spain that they do yoga.
Mm-hmm.
When I speak with with them, I think that they do yoga for cutting down the stress, not for any kind of religion or things like that.
So some people do use it more for exercise,
Yes.
for sure. And what do you, class? What do you think about the criticism of Modi that came up in the article? For me, that's the most interesting thing I see. That he wants to make this International Day of Yoga, but some people think that he's commercializing and promoting nationalism, and obviously they're not happy about it. And the guru at the end says, hey, yoga's not really Hindu or anything. It's just something you can do that came from India. So what do you think about the political message or the political conflict that came up in the article? Any opinions? Any opinions about that? Do you think that Modi is promoting only his culture?
Can I?
Yeah, go for it.
So I think it's a very good idea to share this culture to another countries, because I like yoga very much, and I am Christian, but I like yoga classes. So I think it's a very good gift for other people in different countries from India. And it's very good for India because their culture is so popular in the world. It's very good, I think.
Right. So you think there's nothing wrong with what he's doing, promoting this International Yoga Day, yeah?
Yeah, I think it's a very good idea.
Okay, good.
I celebrated this day, 21st of June.
Right. Okay, interesting. And what about the rest of you? Do you agree with Lena? I'm just curious. When I read the article, it makes me wonder if there's another agenda. That's all. It makes me suspicious.
I think it's an important issue because, as far as I know, in America there is a close relationship between religion and other issues. If yoga is related in some point to religion, to religious issues, it could be so dangerous. I think America has so close, there are a lot of people with close mind, and here in Europe, I think yoga is well known. Nobody think that it could be a kind of religion, even though there are a lot of people that practice Hindu religious issues, they are being connected to yoga, but you can use yoga only for relax yourself, for stress out, different issues. America has this religious eating with a lot of things, I think.
Yeah, I think that's what they were saying about the court case in California, sure. Like, they're trying to get it banned because it's not Christian. But then again, America is not Christian either. So what what's the basis for banning it? It seems there's a lot of well, America's a very religious country, extremely religious, going back to the founding. So there's a lot of extreme viewpoints about what's right and what isn't, right? It's just a very religious population. Something like 80% of people are religious. It's really high, much more than Europe, actually. So yeah, it's something that makes me think. Here's the question: what is India's closest neighbor? Before we end the class, who is India's closest neighbor? What's the country that? What are the countries that border India? Anyone know offhand?
Sri Lanka.
Pakistan. Sri
Pakistan.
Lanka. Right. What's the dominant religion in Pakistan? It's not Hinduism, is it?
I think is Islam.
Islam. It's a Muslim country. So when I read this article, the first thing I think is Modi promoting a Hindu culture that will, what's the word? Provoke Pakistan, or somehow show opposition to Pakistan, only because they're neighbors and they have offend, exactly. Will it offend them in some way? Is he trying to do that deliberately? That's the only question that comes up when I read it. So it's just my opinion, but that's the question that I get, especially with the protests that came up. So it makes me think about that, and I don't know the answer, but I think it's worth thinking about. And also worth thinking about the fact that he is not of the Gandhi clan. And that might be significant too. Because you have Gandhi, then you have all the other Gandhis that were in power, and he is different. So that's another issue, that it's a different person in power. What does that mean? Anyway, these are things that I think about. I hope you find them interesting too. We have to stop. But remember, in that presentation I shared with you, you have lots of activities you can do to work more with vocabulary. I'll be happy to answer your questions if you try them and you're not sure about the answers. And I can put the answers there if they're not there. I can't remember if I put them there. But send me a message if you need the answers and I'll get them to you. Okay, think about that. I'll be back in just a minute to do a part 2 of our Business Basics class for Monday. In Business Basics on Monday, we started to talk about the American dream. We're going to compare your country and culture with America. I'm going to give you some parameters to look at. We're going to decide if the American dream is realistic today and what success means and how difficult it is to get. So we're going to be talking about that in relation to the article we read on Monday. Even if you didn't read the article, you can join in the discussion. That'll be coming up in 30 seconds, okay? Bye for now, everyone. See you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.
Thank you,
Bye, bye.
teacher.